It's good to see you today for our reading from the Bible. We're reading Psalm 139 today. I'm reading from the New Revised Standard Version. I'll give you just a moment to find it. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from far away. You search out my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, O Lord, you know it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is so high that I cannot attain it. Where can I go from your spirit, or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and settle at the farthest limits of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, your right hand shall hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light around me become night, even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is as bright as the day, for darkness is as light to you. For it was you who formed my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, that I know very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes beheld my unformed substance. In your book were written all the days that were formed for me, when none of them as yet existed. How weighty to me are your thoughts, O God, how vast is the sum of them. I try to count them, they are more than the sand. I come to the end, I am still with you. Oh, that you would kill the wicked, O God, and that the bloodthirsty would depart from me, those who speak of you maliciously, and lift themselves up against you for evil. Do I not hate those who hate you, O Lord? And do I not loathe those who rise up against you? I hate them with perfect hatred, I count them my enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my thoughts. See if there is any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. I've been thinking a lot recently about God's immutability. The idea that though everything else in the world changes, God doesn't change. God is always the same. God is always solid. God is always steadfast. And I think that's particularly important to remember in times of rapid social change, like the time that we're living in right now seems to be. It's important to remember, first of all, because God is our anchor when everything around us seems to be coming unmoored. Remember, maybe you know the hymn, how firm a foundation, ye saints of the Lord, is laid for your faith in his excellent word. Whatever the future may hold, God remains our foundation. God remains the solid rock upon which we build our lives and place our trust. Jesus told a parable of a wise man who built his house not on the sands of doubt and uncertainty, but on the solid rock of God's word as revealed through Jesus Christ. And that solid rock never wavers, never falters, never shifts. It's also important to remember that God is immutable, never changing, always the same, because it means that the fundamental values that God asks us to live by have not changed since biblical times. God still requires justice and righteousness instead of hollow words of worship without justice. God still promises good news to the poor, release to the captives, recovery of sight to the blind, and freedom to those who are oppressed. God's Spirit still pours out upon all flesh, as the Apostle Peter said on the day of Pentecost. And God always sees a future for creation that is better and more holy and more hope-filled than the present reality. There's nowhere that we can go to flee from God's presence. God is the same tomorrow, today, and always. And so wherever you go and whatever life brings you, our perfect, immutable God will always know where to find you, calling into life-giving, world-changing relationship. Tomorrow we'll read Psalm 140. I'll see you then.